Hey folks, welcome back. We're going to talk about a little bit of troubleshooting on the 5R55E transmission, the 5-speed that you would find in, this is a 1997 Explorer. I think this is the first year they actually came out with that 5-speed. It goes all the way, I don't know, 2010-ish, or I'm not exactly sure, but there's different variations of it along the way. They've, been known to have a few issues here and there. This one will start out in first gear or sometimes first gear, sometimes it'll start out in second gear, but it will not go up and beyond second gear, and it's just doing a bunch of weird stuff. And I want to show you one thing I found, one thing to kind of look for first when you're troubleshooting these, when you get a scanner hooked up to it to figure out what's going on. Okay, we're in the powertrain control module, so then we're going to click over here to read data stream. Okay, I'm going to scroll all the way down here to transmission range and transmission range status. And click on both of those. Alright, so right now it's showing us that it's in reverse. Showing us in reverse, but we're actually in park. So if we put it in reverse, we go down here to neutral, and it says we're in overdrive. We actually put it into overdrive. It says we're in manual 2. And it actually says manual 1 is correct. I kind of messed up, and I had the switch loose down there. I'll show that to you in just a little bit. But this is what the original problem was. We would show it was in park. Come down here to reverse. I'm not going to go back and forth on the camera, keep you guys from getting dizzy. Just take my word for it. This is neutral. You can barely see it just for a second. You saw it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Reverse. You barely see the in, but it will not. If I barely hold it right there. So now I'm kind of holding it. I'm still engaged into reverse, but I'm just about ready to go into neutral. But now we're in neutral, and it says we're in overdrive. Go down here to overdrive, and then it says we're in manual 2. And then when you switch to manual 2, nothing changes until you put into manual 1. So, like I said, nothing changes between manual 2 and overdrive, but when you put it into neutral, it's when it says overdrive. So it's in neutral. Now watch when I put it into drive, manual 2. I'm gonna see if I can barely push up on the. No, it's not gonna let me do it this time. So I think we got a bad switch down there. You can adjust them a little bit, but I don't think that's going to work in our case. Okay, here is the neutral safety switch. That goes right in the middle of where your shift lever comes into. There's a plug for it. These two 8mm headed bolts right there, you loosen those. Once you get them loose, you can kind of just adjust this thing about that much. In our case, it ain't helping us at all because we're not making any changes, but that's what you do to adjust it if you got it in the wrong position. Okay, when you pull these to get to this, to get off here, you're going to have to get this nut and this shift lever off here. obviously now in this shot you can see that we've got the pan removed and all that stuff. If this nut is seized on there, don't even, if you can put a little bit of force on it, but you either want to hold the lever in the middle of the position somehow, or you want to heat that nut up, because you don't want to do what I did, and I thought it was going to break loose and ended up twisting the whole shaft and breaking this part right here. See this? You'll see my other video that I made about how to fix this, which is all fixed now, but how to replace this, because there's a rod inside here that goes towards the back, the tail shaft for your parking pole, and that all had to be, you know, pulled out and realigned and all that stuff to put it back in there. There's a procedure for that, but watch that other video. So anyways, don't do that. But in order to replace just this neutral safety switch, if you can get this nut off of here, and then work this guy off, these just, you know, sometimes they're a little bit stuck on there. I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit. You know, I had to get a pry bar behind it and just kind of work its way off. But as you can see, you know, it's got these, there's a couple of notches you can see right there inside there that'll match up, one on this side, one on the other side. And it's got this, we'll not see it on this one, we'll just find the other one. But what we need to do is just put this thing in the neutral position. So right now it's in park. Well, there's 2 clicks, so that's the second click. So you got park, reverse, and neutral. Okay, this is just to ensure that, you know, you can turn this white deal right here will turn, but you can see that it's got this mark right here that says neutral, and so that way you can have this thing, you don't want this thing oriented 180 degrees off, because it'd still go on there but it ain't gonna work right. So orient that like that, put the transmission in neutral, and you can probably put it in neutral to start with even before you do anything, then you don't have to worry about it. You take it back off there, and this should be able to slide right on there. Put your 2 bolts in here. This does kind of move like we talked about before. Just put it in about the center position, and then get your scanner out, and we're going to do that and get this thing adjusted correctly, find out if it works. This right here is the piece I broke, so you can go and if you do that, you can watch that other video, and I do the best I can to show and explain exactly how 2 different ways to fix it. So watch that other video if you happen to have broke that or any other thing inside of here trying to get this nut off here. See, this is a nut that I had heated up to get off. This one came off really nice and easy. The one on the other transmission did not. So dumb mistake on my part, but it happened and I had to fix it. So anyways, that's why, you know, but I'm just getting back with this video, back to the troubleshooting of the transmission not shifting correctly because of that neutral safety switch is not showing the right position, so the computer thinks it's in the wrong position. Anyways, we'll go through that all later. So just wanted to go over a little bit of mostly about, you know, taking this nut off and everything like that, and do not put a lot of pressure on there. There is a stopper, you know, on this, as this thing kind of goes down like that in the body of the transmission. It does have a start of this, however, just is not that strong, and it snapped right off. Did not take that much pressure. So gonna have to, if you have any issues with this, you have to heat this nut up. I heat it up, shoot some penetrating oil into it, heat it up again, shoot some penetrating oil into it, and then it just buzzed right, or came right off. So don't break this, you will regret it. Okay, now we got that all installed. Like I said, I put this kind of right in the center of its travel there. Then we're gonna go hook up the scanner and make sure that the range is doing the right thing. All right, so we're in park, which is what it's saying. So we're gonna, oops, I have to go down here and push on the brake, get it out of park. Reverse. Neutral. Remember the last time you could briefly see the in, but then it would go straight to overdrive. or drive, you know, right there, OD. And then when you put it into this position, it used to say manual 2, and then if you went into manual 2, it would still say manual 2, and then it would say manual 1 when you finally went into 1. But she's all working like it's supposed to, so we're gonna go straight up to drive. Okay, straight to park. All right, reverse, go straight down to 1, straight to park. Just try it in different ways. That way, you know, whatever you choose to do. Manual 2, straight to reverse. Oops, didn't get it in reverse. There we are. Back to park. So I'm going to find out if that's going to fix our shifting issues. Well, folks, after got that thing put in there, went and test drove the car, didn't film any of that, but as you can see, it's out of here. Left one hell of a mess. We got to clean up tomorrow because of all the work we had to do to it. But anyways, that fixing that neutral safety switch slash, you know, whatever, it does some other stuff too, and got those ranges deals collect. Did fix our shifting problem. It shifts perfect and everything now. So anyways, was glad about that. So anyways, hopefully that, you know, could help you out with something if you're doing, you know, changing that. If you got those same type of issues, you're gonna have to get a scanner and be able to look at the parameters to be able to tell, you know, to make sure that the computer knows exactly what position your shift lever is in. Because if it doesn't, and it thinks it's in a different position than it actually is, that transmission doesn't know what to do. So anyways, and then if you do happen to break that same bracket heel that I broke, check out the other video to go through and try to figure out how to fix it. So anyways, thanks for watching.